Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Bouncycast. This is just a podcast between us and friends, just trying to do our own thing, trying to bunch of gamers
Trying
talking
to
about
make it
game
happen.
stuff. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this is just kind of like a preliminary episode. No idea if this is going to be episode 1 or this is going to be like a behind the scenes type thing. We may release this, we may not release this. We'll see.
This may
but
be
yeah,
used
so
as
this is
incriminating
kinda just
evidence in a
like-
federal crime someday. Who fucking knows?
No,
Hell
who
yeah.
knows? Well, we may admit to some dangerous stuff here. It has happened. Scarier things have happened.
Yeah, we're bad boys.
But at any rate, we're just gonna launch into. While this is not our full roster, we have a potential 8 people that are going to be maybe
Or more.
doing this. Right now, we only have about 4 because we got people that are asleep. We got people at work. We
One
got
guy got
people
struck
that
by
have been
lightning.
Struck by lightning. Yeah, struck by lightning. You love to see it, honestly. But other than that,
God literally
for
said
the
no.
4 that are here, we're just going to introduce ourselves in order, starting with me, and then we'll go down. So I'm Matt. I'm going to be probably talking a ton of the time.
He likes
you
to
know,
talk.
as you do.
He likes the sound of his own voice.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Fucking bitch. Sorry.
Why don't you intro yourself, huh, Mr. Judgy?
No. It's James. Get it right.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to be
yeah.
a Judgy James about it.
James, yes.
J.J. Jameson.
All right. J.J. Jameson, yeah.
Joe J no? Joe Joe no?
Mm-hmm.
Shadow, you. Intro. God, this is so janky.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I
Gotta
mean,
love it.
James has to go first, right?
He did. I'm counting that as good.
Okay, fine. I see how it is. Well, as Matt already said, I'm Shadow. Yes, my name's Edgy. It's my gamer tag from since I was 12. Don't talk about it. Don't bother me about it. Fuck you if you do. But yeah, I am the guy that plays games. Bye.
He just leaves the podcast. Just that's the last thing that he says.
We'll see you guys next time. No, all right. Oh yeah, no, my turn. I am Taff. That's just a pseudonym. That's a pseudonym. Holy fuck. That's a pseudonym
Damn.
that I'm choosing to use for
You want
this
to try one more
instance.
time, man?
No, I'm good. I got my 4 tries in. That's the pseudonym that I'm
You know what
choosing.
they
I don't
say.
know why I kept trying to add ism to that. I don't know.
But yeah, for sure. That's all 4 of us that we have right now. So we're just gonna do just something pretty standard. We're gonna start off with just basic stuff like our 4 favorite games, because again, that is kind of our thing.
Gamers.
So starting in the same order, yeah, gamers, pretty cool stuff. So starting with me, I would have to say that my favorite game is probably one of the games in the Zelda franchise, Skyward Sword, specifically the one that I played most as a kid. And a lot of people don't like that game for a couple reasons, and I will admit in
By like
retrospect,
he means he
it's
talked
not
for a
amazing.
fucking week.
But I will always defend it because it has such a cool mechanic with being able to swing the Wii remote as a sword. Just makes a kid even as an adult, it makes me feel like a kid because I'm like, yeah, I'm Link. I'm throwing the sword around. So I don't know, man. I love that game.
James' turn.
Jamestown. Okay, so over the years, I would have to say Halo Reach, but really right now it's more of just Ultra Kill because of, it's just
What the fuck even is Ultra Kill?
man.
I've watched you play it, and I still don't know what's going on there.
it's
It's a lot of fun.
it's boomer shooter with Devil May Cry.
So
fucking-
all I've really
it's
seen
great.
is Doom mixed with it's like a roguelike, but it's not a roguelike because there's no
It's not a
upgrade.
roguelike.
There's no upgrade systems, right? There's set levels. It feels and plays like a roguelike that's mixed with Doom and Quake and fucking damn, I forgot what that game's called. Doesn't matter. That was my impression, but then you
Yeah.
keep telling me it's something different. I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like
I don't even know what the hell y'all are
Control
talking about.
Delete or something, whatever that game is called. That VR game, the one that was testing VR graphics.
Bowmarks?
Mind Control Delete. That's right.
Oh,
Mind Control Delete.
goddamn,
Yeah.
super hot.
It's very. Oh yeah, Super Hot. Well, Mind Control
Is
Elite
the
is just
sequel,
the
the
PC
surrogate
version of
sequel.
Super Hot. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a sequel.
Well, yes and no. It is kind of, but there's also not a ton of lore to that game. Either way, it's what I meant.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
But
Bone.
yeah, the
Boneworks, I still need to play that.
Boneworks is
I
also
definitely
pretty
need to
good.
play that.
I need to get a VR headset, but I'm absolutely gonna get myself motion sickness.
No,
already
the
got
vertigo's
one.
not that bad. You get used to it. Like the first few times, yeah, you're gonna be like, whoa, and then it's like once your brain,
underestimate my ability to get vertigo.
once your brain and like your internals get used to the vertigo, you're all good. You're practically in the clear.
All right, go ahead, Shadow.
Alright, so are we going? You said 4 favorite games. Are we just going to go one by
4?
one?
No one said 4.
You
I
said our
swear
4
to
favorite
God.
games. You literally
Yeah,
said
you
that.
said 4.
Did I? What?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought I'm pretty sure I said our favorite. Games.
No!
Whatever.
4.
I mean, like
You
just
might have said our 4
I-
favorite games, but like that, even grammatically, that states that each of us would have 4.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
You're gonna hear it later, and you're gonna be like, oh.
I probably am. I'm probably gonna be editing this later and just be like, "What the hell?" But no,
He's
I
gonna
don't
edit
mean
it out and
I
be like,
do
see,
not-
it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, I'll just add like an awkward
Fucking
10 seconds
1984,
of
this is
silence.
bullshit.
Yeah, no. But anyways,
Alright.
I just mean the one. You can go 4 if you've got 4 that are like up there, but
Oh yeah, I probably will.
I'll try.
4's an unlucky number.
please God.
So, first off, really old game from the PS2 era. It's called Dark Cloud. It's honestly one of the most unique games I have ever played in terms of level up system. As instead of like, you know how like Final Fantasy and everything, you level up your character and shit. Instead of that, you level up your weapons and you can evolve them, upgrade them, kind of like a Pokemon, but it's a fucking sword that you stab people with. And so PS2 game, really bad graphics, really old system, stuff like that. But it's honestly really fun, and the lore to it is one of the most unique storylines I have seen done. It does have a semi-sequel, it's kind of not, kind of is, called Dark Chronicle or Dark Cloud 2, and that game is better yet worse in my opinion. Better because it has a lot more freedom and you can upgrade the weapons a whole bunch of different ways. Worse in that you have only 2 characters, technically 3 if you count the mech you can pilot, but it's 2 characters. And but it's really cool, really unique. Both of the games are really fun. And I've only beaten the first one. I never got around to beating the second one.
That's crazy. You should have beaten them all.
Fuck you.
Okay, honestly, no. Earlier when you were talking about, you're like, oh, it's a not very well known, very slept on, but super well polished game from the PS2 era. And then when you started talking about it has like a surrogate spin-off sequel, I thought you were gonna pull some bullshit like it has a lesser known surrogate sequel, Diablo, and I was gonna be like, what? I thought you were gonna pull one of those things. I thought you were gonna pull one of those where it's like
Diablo
a total
Immortal
like bait and switch.
You all have a phone.
Nah. If we're talking about that,
You
we
all
should
have a
talk
phone.
about-
Fuck you. Oh, I hated.
We gotta talk about that.
No,
We
I
gotta
never
want
want to talk
that.
about Blizzard. God forbid.
I mean, we might as well right now, real quick. We might as well right now. Yeah. So just for anybody who might be listening to this, who doesn't know what's going on, there is a the guys who made Diablo did like a release of something where they're like, we're making a new game and it's gonna be a Diablo game, and then when they released it, they revealed it's gonna be a mobile game.
Oh no.
And everybody lost it because obviously
Okay.
Diablo is like a certain degree of quality, and then they were just
Matt, you're breaking this down in the
What's that?
worst way possible.
Okay, you want to
A
explain
little
it? Why
bit,
again?
yeah, because you're skipping like huge aspects of like what happened
Okay,
behind the
fair
scenes.
enough. Go ahead.
So, Blizzard, the guys who made Overwatch, fucking Hearthstone, Diablo, obviously, and
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft, that's the one I couldn't think of. Very iconic, very trusted brand, right? Kind of fell off after 2016 with Overwatch and a bunch of other really shitty titles, okay? Diablo 3 or 4, whichever one was before Immortal, the one we're talking about, really, really good. And people were waiting for a sequel for the longest time, all right? Blizzard's sitting on, the cash cow of Overwatch because they're getting, like, free porn made and also getting all this free fan-made content without releasing any decent content, right? And so they're just kind of riding the high of it. BlizzCon 2018, I think, 2018 or 19 rolls around, and people are waiting for it because there were leaks, right? As always. and people were just begging for a Diablo update, some information about a new Diablo game, Diablo production, something, right? BlizzCon rolls around. They have an entire segment dedicated to Diablo, the game, like talking about the history of the game, so you know they're going to be releasing something new or some new content, something, literally anything, TV show, movie, whatever have you, right? Basically what happens is, they come out of the waterworks, all the guys that have been working on Diablo since the 90s, since the first one. Sorry, I don't know why I said waterworks. Literally.
They came out the basement.
Pretty much. And
The closet,
they show up and they're like, hey, so we're working on a new Diablo game. It's called Diablo Immortal. Everyone loses their fucking minds. They're cheering like Smash Bros. Like Jesus, the second coming of Christ was just announced, right? Everyone's going berserk.
Yeah, because it's like
It's Diablo.
Because Diablo is a super
It's
well.
iconic.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Anyway, and so basically what happens is they're like, Diablo Immortal. It's gonna be a mobile game. And then everyone literally turns off. Like it's like everyone's mics just cut out. It's like they mic'd up the audience and then turned it off. Literally because they were like, yes, Diablo, woo, it's gonna be a mobile game.
Yeah, it was the exact like scene of that meme where it's like the people screaming and then the people completely
quiet.
straight-faced.
Yeah, no.
It's like that
was the exact reaction.
That's exactly what it is.
And then the reason we bring it up, the reason it's topical is because what happened next is everyone they're like, yeah, why did you stop cheering? And they're like, it's gonna be a mobile game, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, and then like, yeah,
no.
yeah, and then one of the lead developers who's like people have worshipped this guy before for other games he's made. He's like, you all have phones, right? And then the entire crowd got quieter somehow, and it was just like,
it's so bad.
Ooh man. And then they somehow made it worse. And when I say they made it worse, I mean they literally were like just standing up there trying to sell the game that was already dead, not even on dead on arrival, dead on announcement, which is worse. That's like a stillborn, less than abortion, right? That's like a tier above, right? It's so fucking.
And I remember one of the funniest things that happened, one of the funniest like pieces of background lore about this is that the whole concept of Diablo Immortal, like that kind of like a mobile Diablo game, was like 4 or 5 years ago. They announced that as a joke on April Fools.
Oh yeah, no. And
that was a literal joke
because
that they
it
did
was
before. And then
BlizzCon. It was BlizzCon. They had people there. They were doing Q&As. That guy in the red shirt.
Yeah. And then a guy asked if it was like he went up to do the Q&A and he asked them what's it called? Like, is this a April Fool's joke? And everybody thought that was funny. He got banned from BlizzCon. Did you hear about that?
He walked up and he was like, "Hey guys, I love what you guys do and I love the games you make, but I'm just curious. Is this an out of season April Fool's joke?" And everyone's laughing because they're on the same page. They're like, oh, he said it. He said what we were all thinking. And then the developers are like, no. Consume products.
They acted so. The funny thing is the way that they responded like made it seem like they
tried to villainize. They tried to fucking galvanize the fan community. They literally tried to.
Not necessarily. It made them see. They responded as if they were like thinking that the reason why this guy said that was because he thought it was too good to be true. Because the way that they phrased it, it's like, no, it's not an April Fool's joke. It's really coming out, guys. You don't have to. It isn't too good to be true. Just the way that they like
you
answered. You
clearly don't have a handle on this situation. You don't understand what's really going on here.
They had no clue what their fan base's reaction actually was.
The worst part by far was the fact that they like didn't take that they didn't take that in stride at all. They didn't take that into account at all. They kept making the game. They put all their fucking eggs. They put all their eggs in that one basket because they were like, "Oh man, if this comes out and Overwatch 2 comes out and they're both gonna be so good," which is like the epitome of wishful thinking. That is like
okay. Overwatch 2 is not bad. Overwatch 2 is not.
It's
bad.
the same game.
Like,
No. This is a conversation for later when we're done with the 4 favorite games. Overwatch 2 is not good.
Yo, volume down just a little bit. We don't want to blast people's ears out.
No, you don't want your ears blasted out because you have a dog shit take on
no,
Overwatch
like
2.
in general,
worst
I
game
don't.
ever made.
You're not very loud in my ears, but when I'm recording this later, I can't have you be like deafening at
You can
some
change
point,
the waveform
so I need
in
you
Audacity, just so you know.
Yeah, I know,
adjust,
but it's just either way, you're making me do more work.
All right, whatever, man.
I'm kidding.
If you want, hey,
but anyway,
before I send you
you're
mine,
not wrong.
If you want, I'll doctor my audio before I send it to you. If you really want me to.
No, you're fine.
Okay,
you're
all right,
totally
all right.
fine. No, I was just joking. But yeah, no, to be fair, you're not wrong that it's not really a separate game, but it is not bad. I've played the beta for a while now on Overwatch 2, and it's definitely not terrible. There's a lot of really good characters. The restructuring they did was really cool. There's a lot of UI stuff that they did.
Okay.
It's genuinely not terrible.
All right, this is a
It's
discussion
not
for later.
great.
James, knock off your favorite. Oh wait, no, you already did. Sorry. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, okay.
You a bitch.
It's your turn. Yeah, it's actually
I
your
derailed my own.
turn. Yep.
Like
that's
halfway
exactly
through,
what happened.
halfway through the Diablo Immortal like diatribe, I was like, damn, whose turn was it?
No, it's your turn.
Like, I really
Well, I
cut them
guess
off.
we
I'm
know.
really boob on him right now.
I guess we know Taft's favorite game, Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, Diablo Immortal
it's
is
not.
my favorite game, obviously.
It's not. I haven't
Yes.
played it.
What's the- Why wouldn't it be your favorite
So-
game? It's you have a phone, don't
No,
you?
because it has predatory microtransaction practices that.
No,
you
yeah. So
actually have
that's what I will say. So somebody actually did the research and
I saw that. It's like $100,000.
No. So there's the top of the line gear you have to get using these like power crystals, right? And these power crystals alone, if you were to buy those power crystals, they are like $2,000 a power crystal, and you need like 20 of them. So
Dude.
you're actually spending like $400,000. Like it's pretty ridiculous. Or something like that. That might be way too high, but it is at least $2,000 that you have to end up spending on this game.
Man, I hope they don't fuck up the new expansion of WoW, because it actually looks really fucking awesome. Well, this is just
Wow.
driving my hope down further from what it already was.
Please do not lower my expectations anymmer.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
they're all.
I don't know how you
that's always
could,
the
but
thing.
please don't.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
already
anyways,
on, the expectations are already on the
tangents
ground.
aside,
It's just
Taff,
digging a
you should
hole
get to
now.
your-
Yeah, okay, no. So favorite game. Here's the thing. And it's not like I can't pick. It's that I have favorite games, multiple favorite games that I gladly come back to. Just like
Yeah,
I'll
for
wake
sure, I
up,
got
I'll wake
you.
up on a Saturday and I'll be like, yeah, I'll fucking play Portal again. I sit down, beat Portal in an hour, and I'm happy, right?
We should play Portal
Yeah,
together.
no, we
again.
should do Portal 2 multiplayer.
Yes.
Anyway, no.
Absolutely. That's what I mean. Well, duh. That's what I mean. It's the only one with.
Oh, I
multiplayer.
thought you meant head-to-head speedruns, like so you can finish first.
God, no,
I'm
I
also
suck
down.
at that game.
See, okay.
I'm not good at the late game trials.
Shadow.
Yes, that's my
I
name.
might have to.
You're the
I
only
might
one.
have to
You're the only one that's ever
edit
been
that
like,
out, honestly.
yeah, I'm ready to order. Whenever I mention like race speed running for Portal. Anyway,
Hey,
so
yo,
obviously,
race
obviously one of my favorite games of all time, Portal 2. Right? I just absolutely love the concept. And for anyone that's like played it on Steam, for you guys, right? Have you played Portal Reloaded or like rebooted? I don't know what it was
I
called.
have.
No.
It sucks
I haven't
so
even
much.
heard of it.
Fucking James is
sucks.
like, no, I don't like. So the whole shtick of
Yeah,
Portal
it's-
Reloaded
yeah.
is you know, instead of just the 2 portals, you now have the 2 portals and a time portal. And so what that does is it sends you to the same test chamber 20 years into the future. You can only shoot the time portal onto specific walls marked as like time portal goes here, right? But
Yeah, it's basically
Instead-
just like the same thing as.
no. So what happens is, because it's 20 years in the future, the training chamber is all dilapidated and all gross and like old and has like broken walls and like more water and like the emancipation girls are gone. So it's a completely different. It's the same area but a completely different solution. And what happens is you have to figure out, okay, which door am I getting out of? You know, without no clipping and seeing which exit door is actually rendered, right? You have to figure out, okay, do I go to the future now and shoot my portals there now? Or do I stay in the past and reset my portals here, then go to the future and shoot my portals elsewhere? Because in your portals in the past, they don't change when you shoot portals in the future. But if you shoot your portals in the past, they will update, right, to where you shot it in the future. Because that's how time works, right? And oh my god, that game makes my brain fold in on itself. I love it,
Yeah, it
but I
definitely does,
hate it. And so like that recently rekindled my joy and love for Portal, like the Portal format. But I still love the 2 original games. Obviously, they're absolutely stellar. The 15.ai.
Something that's really interesting is that Portal was technically just a game test, like to
It was a
kinda
tech
show
demo.
off.
Yes, it was a tech
Yeah,
demo that at a
exactly.
Valve convention thing. I don't remember. It was a Valve like not a community effort. What do you call it? It's like just a giant group activity. It's like a science fair, but for computer geeks, right? That's basically what they were doing.
You mean
and
a
this one
convention?
this one college kid, yeah, pretty much. But it wasn't a public thing. It wasn't a public thing. It was like by invite only because you had done stuff for Steam Valve before. This one college student
Oh,
was like,
interesting.
yeah, I figured out how to make the levels meet up with each other at certain points using a specific, like, concept within the game. And they're like, wow, we can make, like, a really fucking good game out of this.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, Portal is definitely one of them. Obviously, these are, like, two, like, these just go...
What's
these
that, Splitgate, like
Splitgate
the
was-
Portal
Splitgate was
/ COT.
cool.
Yeah.
/ Halo, yeah, no. And then it's not dead, but, like, I just, there wasn't a lot of game mode to it. Like, it was trying to, like, ride the hype of Apex and
There's
Fortnite.
esports on it.
There's some dope-ass game modes on it, but I just kind of got sick of it. Like, also, my internet was dog shit at the time, so maybe I could come back to it now and actually enjoy it, probably. But,
well, to be fair, there was, as far as I know, there is still, like, professional esports and stuff that happens
which is
on that
crazy. I was like, I had no idea. But Portal, obvious, it's kind of a gimme. Like, everyone loves that. I don't think I've met a single person that doesn't like that game, unless they have, like, 2 functioning brain cells. Obviously...
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. The funniest thing is, like, just getting completely disoriented by your own portals that you just put down. You're just like, where am I now?
Yup.
What is going on?
No, then there's obviously Cuphead. You guys know that I adore Cuphead, like worship Cuphead
Yeah,
practically,
I mean,
just because I
you
think
played the DLC,
You
I
right?
think it's
literally
so
like
cool.
spent a whole fucking month just talking about Cuphead every time I joined the fucking DC.
I'm pretty
Really?
sure-
How long
I'm
ago
pretty
was
sure
that?
When you,
Like a year ago.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
well, I'm pretty sure you.
Yeah, like every
you
time
at
I
one
joined,
point,
you were talking about it. I swear to God.
Was I S ranking?
Taff, when
Yeah.
you moved, I think that like at one point you got yourself like a Switch to the
I
place that you
did.
moved,
I
and then
did.
just- yeah, yeah.
I
And
moved
then,
out
that
and I wasn't with my
bought
parents anymore.
Cuphead on that.
I was living with, I had roommates, right? And we didn't really have anything. One of the guys had a PlayStation. He didn't have any multiplayer games. He just played The Witcher. That was it. And so I was like,
The Witcher's fun.
Yeah.
fuck all y'all. I'm gonna go buy a Switch. So I went and bought a Switch, and I bought the Switch because the Mario All Stars, Super Mario 3D All Stars, was still being released. It was still being distributed, and they because I was in like not like a membership only, but the building, it was kind of a mini mall, I guess. It had a GameStop in it, and because it wasn't like everyone could just come in and buy shit, so it wasn't getting raided by scalpers to try and grab Super Mario 3D All Stars and then resell it for $12,000, which was an actual thing that happened the day after they became unavailable, and that was kind of pathetic and sad and cringe. But whatever. I went in and I saw it and I was like, oh my god! And so I bought it. And I didn't even have a Switch yet. I bought it because I wanted to make sure I got my hands on it because I thought it was super cool. And I knew for a fact, I was like, I'm never gonna have the chance to play Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, or 64 without going out of my way to find an emulator or a functional Nintendo 64 and a cartridge of Super Mario
Yeah.
64. It's not happening.
I
I
actually
mean, for sure.
I actually have
All
a
right, continue
N64.
telling your story. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be back in a second.
That's fine. But like I said, like back to the topic at hand. I bought that and then I was like, oh, I should probably buy a Switch. So I bought a Switch and then I immediately bought Cuphead because I knew I was gonna play it. I knew I was gonna play it again and enjoy it. I just thought that was super funny.
But Taff, you wanna know something funny? I do
What's that?
have an N64 with the old Mario. Like the only one I don't think I have is Galaxy or Sunshine. I can't remember, but I have like the original like N64 games.
What?
Yeah, it's in my closet.
That's dope.
Yep. I also have
There's a guy out here that has a Super Famicom just in his room.
nice.
Where I'm at right now, like the building I live in like the, I guess you could call it like an apartment complex essentially. I was just chilling with him and he was like, oh yeah, I got one of these. And I was like, what? Like,
I mean,
what? Where? And he was like, it's in a pawn shop. It's an electronics pawn shop store. And I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, I do have
Amazing.
the original Nintendo game, like
Bro.
game system as well. Not
Dude,
even like
what
the
the
one
fuck?
before the N64.
My brother-in-law, he doesn't like me, but I think he's pretty cool.
No, fuck
and,
him. What?
He owns a Super Nintendo, like an actual Super Nintendo.
Nice.
Pretty dope.
So, James, your turn for next game since Matt is no longer here with us. Sadly, he got struck
He
by
already said
lightning.
it's Ultra Kill, my big dog.
But
No.
I can talk about a game for a while, you know. I can talk.
Well, he only
I
said
didn't-
one. We're going by
I
fours, man.
Apparently, yeah. Granted, I'll just name off the other two that I was probably gonna go with. Obviously,
I mean, you
Doom,
can continue
literally
talking if you want.
any of it.
I thought you
fuck
were
yeah.
done, though.
Doom, literally any of them. But if I had to pick one, 2016. 2016 is just so goated. I'm sorry, it's the best game ever made.
Have I
Um,
told you about the what is it? Let me pull up Steam real quick. It's Metal Hellsinger. It's like Doom, but like a rhythm
Okay.
game. I think you'd actually really fucking like it.
All right.
It's
I
free
see.
right now. It's a demo only, but it's
I see.
actually really cool.
Okay. But obviously,
Because
Cuphead and Doom go without saying. Like those are just like quintessential. Those are the best. Some of the best games ever made within their field, specific fields. Now, I'm gonna go on to something that none of you can talk on because I know none of you have one. Virtual reality games. They're
I
pretty,
have a
pretty,
headset.
pretty dope. Which? Oh, you have the Steam. You have PlayStation VR though. That doesn't count.
No,
Doesn't
I
count.
don't. I have the
I have a Quest
Oculus,
2.
the
You have an,
original.
wait, you got a Rift? You got a Rift?
Not the
I have a
Rift. I
Quest
have the
2.
Quest, but I can use
Oh,
the.
oh, dude, I have a Quest and it's so bad. It runs the games, right? It runs and it works. It's just so bad because Oculus is so Meta because it's owned by Facebook now.
Well, I have the
But Meta,
original one, so it's not nearly as bad
Jesus,
as how it's been.
it's so they're actual cringe. Here's why: they don't like, they don't integrate any kind of compatibility with Steam VR, like the OpenXR runtime program,
No,
right?
no, my
They
old
don't.
Quest does.
There's no. There's compatibility, but they don't optimize compatibility. They want you to buy your
Oh.
games on their store. So you either
Yeah, fair enough.
you buy virtual desktop, which is like $20-something, $30-something, and it's an application you have to get on your PC, and then you can stream it, and it chews up your battery. It turns your battery life from like 4 hours to like 1. It's
Do
bad.
you,
It's fucking
uh,
heinous.
Do you remember when I was streaming Alien Isolation on my VR headset? And y'all were
No,
laughing at me because I was like fucking
were you using
cowering in fear.
the Mother 3 or the Mother engine, like the Mother modding, like I don't know what it's called. It's a script essentially. It's a modifier. It's not an engine, but that allows you to play non VR games in VR. Is that what you're using?
No, I had no. Look, I have I got Alien Isolation for free in Epic Games when like they first came out and were like giving away free big games,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a VR version in Epic Games. So I just plugged my
What?
headset in and ran it off there, and I was in
What?
VR there, and I was cowering in fear. I was literally crying. You can ask Matt.
Okay, I have it on Steam, but I
I
don't think I have it
suck
on
with VR
Epic
horror games. Don't at me.
Dude, what? Let me no. Let me whip this shit out.
Yeah, no, it's been a thing. Like I literally played it while you were in Discord
What?
with me. I swear to God.
What? Okay, I missed out on this then. Um, I'm gonna try
I mean,
and
shit,
find that.
I can pull it up right now and stream it for you if need be. I don't want to though. That shit terrified me. Like,
So
I,
anyway,
I'm okay with like 2D horror games. They still get me pretty bad, but I can handle them.
Mhm.
But doing it in 3D, man, it's a whole nother fucking level. Like my adrenaline was pumping, my heart was racing.
Dude,
I was like under my desk cowering in fear because I was like hiding from the alien under a table in
the
the game.
xenomorph is a
Yeah, I was
force to
like,
be reckoned with.
ah! And the worst part is,
Oh.
is I had fucking mic sound on, and I didn't realize it. So when I was talking to anyone in here, the alien would just pop out. I would scream, hide.
He's like, oh, found you, dumbass
Yep.
in the Discord call, caught lacking, get fucked.
Pretty much. And then afterwards, once everything ended, I like saw a little mic corner moving. I'm like, motherfucker! I had that on the whole time. But no, like, with the original quest that I have, using the link thing they have, I'm able to play Epic Games and Steam perfectly fine.
What? That's not fair.
Yeah, I just got lucky. Because I got it when it like first came out. I have like one of the original ones.
I wish Epic Games wasn't a total pain to sign into.
I mean, to be fair, I only really use Epic Games to get the free games that they give out.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. Every like once a month or so, you'll text me or you'll text a group chat, and you're like, "This is a free game on Epic Games right now," and that's the one time within a month that I sign in to Epic Games.
Let's see what they have for free. Oh, dude, they have Doom 64 for free right now.
What? I already own it on Epic Games, I think.
Well, I
What?
just got it for free. Dude, I have so many fucking games on Epic Games for free. I got Hades, Alien Isolation, and like so many
I've
others.
got Enter the Gungeon, Mother Gunship. What else do I have?
Let me see.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
What is it? The zombie. There's a zombie game.
I also have
Ed,
Amnesia Rebirth.
like Ed Dead Redemption or some shit. I don't remember his name.
I
have
got
all the
Fortnite.
Bioshocks, Blair Witch,
Jesus.
Borderlands 3, um, City Skylines.
Excuse me.
Uh,
Sorry.
I have Darkest Dungeon, Dead by
Ooh.
Daylight, Dauntless. No, that's just a free game
Fuck
in
Dauntless.
of
I'll kill
itself.
you if you play the game.
Enter the Gungeon, uh, Elite Dangerous. Like I got so much shit here. I could probably spend a year trying to beat all these, and like make like 1%
Okay,
progress.
library. I don't have it, but I have Stubbs the Zombie. I got Sonic Mania for free at some point. I have Layers of Fear, Masterpiece Edition. What the fuck? Since when? Whoa. How about that?
Anyway, we got a bit off topic there. I think we should go back to
Hey,
top 4 games.
Matt's away anyway because
Because he's a bitch.
Fuck
But,
is that though?
little pussy. No.
Anyway, so James, you go ahead and tell us your next favorite game.
Another
I
favorite
think
game. I didn't even get to talk about my favorite VR game. That's not fair.
We'll come
Yeah,
back to
too
you.
bad.
You've been talking
Yeah, I
too long.
know.
You
Dominating.
fucking idiot.
Alright, go ahead.
Anyways, second favorite game. I don't fucking know. Okay, none of them really come in like quantitative. No, I don't know. Fucking none of them are like on a fucking like chart. Fucking S tier to fucking D tier, something like that. It's more of just like it's a
you don't have a
blank
specific
area.
ranking. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I'll talk about like how about I talk about Chivalry 2? I fucking like Chivalry 2 a lot, man.
I've seen a lot of videos about it, but I've never actually gotten to play it.
Like, I'm not good at Chivalry. There's a lot of things going into it, and there's a lot of like fucking technique. But I think it's really cool.
Hmm.
And
should
it
all
has
play
a
it
lot of
sometime.
personality.
Someday we should all play Mordhau or Chivalry 2. One or the other.
No, people don't play Mordhau anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
okay, it's a lot of bullshit, like, you know, Crush being a cuck, whatever, and, you know, the game getting updates that no one really cares about, but, you know, Chivalry 2 is preferred by everyone else now, kinda, I would say,
Yikes.
on the behalf of everyone.
Alright, so another favorite game, well, technically favorite game series, is Elder Scrolls. I've played, actually, no, I haven't played Daggerfall, but I've played Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and Skyrim Online, or Elder Scrolls Online, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Out of them, the one I've played the most is definitely Oblivion. That is honestly like it's in the middle between the amount of detail of Morrowind and the just general fun you can have with all the glitches in Skyrim. Because Oblivion, like the quests and the guilds in that are so detailed, like they're actually really fucking cool. Like one of my favorite quest lines is the Dark Brotherhood from Morrowind, not Morrowind, Oblivion, and so like that, like the guilds in Skyrim honestly disappoint me greatly because of how lackluster they are. Because I mean, in fucking Skyrim, sure, like the final fucking mission is to, spoilers by the way, kill the Empire. I mean, it's a fucking, what, 11-year-old game now?
I was gonna say 12-year-old game now. Yeah.
Oblivion, if y'all haven't played Oblivion, I don't know where the fuck y'all been. But like the final mission is just killing the entire fucking Black Brotherhood. Yeah, like like the fucking NPCs you've grown to care about and like respect in their own forms, you have to fucking murder. Which is, as a fucking 11-year-old playing that game, I was like, no, I don't want to kill them. They're my friends.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, like all the guilds, the Mage Guild, the Fighter Guild, the Thieves Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, all of that was so, like, had so much more to it than Skyrim did. I mean, Morrowind has even more to it. Like, it's a fucking big game. But I'm not going to sit through and read text, like, because it's only text. I think there's a mod out there that converts it to actual, like, voice lines. But I don't got time for that. But yeah.
life's too short.
Pretty much. But
Okay.
yeah, Oblivion's honestly always a fun time.
All right, so I tried to say it earlier, and then my dumbass brain like completely sidetracked this because we were getting on another topic that was relevant. So
We really
I have a
need to
VR
get the
headset.
tangent alarm.
I have a pretty much, yeah. I have a very, I have a decent, I have a passable VR headset, and I use it all the time.
Which one do you
I
got?
use it. The Quest 2.
Mm,
And I'm hoping and trying to, sell it, or at least like have someone buy it from me, or maybe I can exchange it for something. I don't know, and then actually put money towards a true to form Oculus like Rift, or a Valve Index, just because I'm sick and tired of the compatibility issues and like crashing and the shitty Oculus interface that's like
Do you
trying
know
to
they're
like
going
a virtual
to,
reality smartphone. Anyway, what?
have you heard that they're bumping the price of the Quest 2 from the $299
The 300,
to
yeah, 300
yeah.
to it's like 400 now. I'm
No,
like, what the fuck is
500.
wrong with you? Oh my god, what is wrong with you? You were okay. You're telling me you were selling it at 300, right? Making a profit, making new versions of it, like updating the firmware and updating the hardware itself to make a more recent model with that business price, like that retail price. You're telling me you were selling it at that for years, but now it costs more.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
of
fucking right.
quote-unquote rebranding, because it's now the Meta 2 instead of the
So,
Quest.
who gives a fuck, dude?
I know.
It's
And
the same damn headset. It looks the same too. They didn't change the design at all.
Nope, they changed nothing about it except the name. And they're
Like
bumping it
what
up
a
to
joke.
500.
What a joke. Like that's how you kill.
Yeah.
That's a business practice that kills. Is like saying it's something new without actually changing anything.
And they picked the worst fucking time, because there's like 5 different VR headsets that are coming out around
Competing.
500
And
that
it
are
was able
even
to compete
better.
with this. It was able to compete with them. It was able to compete with them because it was cheaper. It was $200 to $300 cheaper depending on which version and what type you bought, right? And it was just like, dude, okay, where I live, it's like, it's hard. It's fucking annoying to explain. Basically, a lot of guys are just stuck lonely in their rooms because we don't do shit, right? And so it's like you go to the fucking electronics store that's here, right? Like really close to our workplace. You go there. They have entire shelves of these bitches. They're 300 doubloons. It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'll buy a VR headset.
All right, y'all, I'm back.
Oh,
My bad.
finally. Okay, we're talking about VR headsets.
What y'all talking about?
headsets.
Oh,
Yeah.
VR, nice.
And so how they have Oculus Quest for like 300 doubloons here where I'm at right now, and everyone's like, yeah, sure. And they sell off the fucking shelves like hot pockets, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. And then they're trying to. I can't believe I did
500.
that. Yeah. No,
That's crazy, Rad. You gave me another one to
Shadow.
edit out. Have you said it at all while I was gone?
No. Shadow. Shadow said like they're trying to bump it up to 500, and I was like, why on earth would you do that? That is way out of everyone's price range now. And like you said, it's going to be competing with other headsets at just roughly the same price that are vastly superior, including but not limited to their own headset, the Oculus Rift.
Yep, and the thing is, according to some things, you know how the quote-unquote Quest 3 is going to be coming out?
Yeah, it's
and they
in
said
the
it was going to be
pipeline right
500. They're also bumping that up to 800.
Dude, what a
Which, I
joke.
mean,
What
at
an
that
absolute-
fucking point, you might
You
as
would
well just
buy
get
a
an
Quest.
index.
You would buy an index. Yeah, you would buy a fucking either a Vive or
Yeah,
index.
the Meta Quest.
But,
That's
so
just goofy.
So, Tangent Alarm, what is your favorite VR game? Since
Okay,
you've
so-
avoided that twice now.
The only two
I'll answer it too.
the only two that I've played religiously, and I say religiously as in like I cannot wait to get off work so I can come back to my room and play them, is obviously, and this one's a freebie, Half-Life Alyx. It's super well made.
yeah.
It's got so much polish, right?
That's what I was gonna
It's
say,
super
too.
cool. It's super fun to walk around in the environment of a game that I played 15 years ago, right? It's like, whoa, it's City 17 or Nova Prospect, right? And it's like in VR, I'm like actually there, right? And it's like it's all the same sounds, but it's cool. And like sure, because like no, this is the nostalgia factor, right? They haven't done anything new, dude. They made an entire virtual environment engine and remade all this shit almost like to a T, to a remarkable like to an insane, literally
I would also-
unbelievable amount of detail. Cause like the whole.
I would also say they did not do anything new because they absolutely they retconned. I'm not gonna say much
Spoilers,
about it,
yeah.
but they made it so that should I just say spoilers and then just give a
It's been out since
disclaimer
2020.
that there's
Yeah.
gonna be
Fucking
okay, yeah.
Half-Life.
Spoilers if you haven't played Half-Life Alyx. I'm just gonna get to the
Skip like 2
to
minutes.
the thing, but yeah, skip the next 2-ish minutes. I will.
You're gonna
I'll say
record.
something
You're
loud
gonna
so
actually
you
figure
can
out what the timestamp is, and later you're gonna record over what you said. You're like, just skip the next
3
minutes.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, but no. Yeah, that's the next minute or so. But yeah, so in the end of Half-Life Alyx, they go to they meet the main character Alex meets G-Man and goes to the point in time where her dad ends up dying.
At the end of
And
Half-Life
they
Episode
do
2.
this. Yeah, and they do their this timeline shenanigans where I think, if I remember correctly, she dies instead.
You want me to break?
I
Hold
think
on,
is
no.
what
You want me to
happens.
break it down for you?
No, I mean, regardless, it doesn't super matter. They change the way that turn of events happens. So, and by effect, change all of that series.
Your minute's almost up.
And then,
Shut up.
yeah, well, at any rate, they change it so that the story is drastically different, and then they can basically make Half-Life 3 completely differently. from
Without the
whatever
fat
they
ass
thought.
cliffhanger that they had last time, because the way they fucked it up is
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
you played through Half-Life Alyx, and you're like, whoa, it's weird how she has all this experience, but she's kind of actually no. That's a bad. No, I'm not gonna talk about that. The way they changed the ending is at the
Okay,
end of Half-Life 2, Episode 2, right? Eli Vance dies
no, we
at the
should-
hands of the goofy little larva thing that Breen's consciousness went into. So he's angry at Eli Vance, so he fucking kills him. And then Alex is like, no, my God, Dad! And so what happens at the end of Half-Life Alyx is, because the Combine somehow apprehended the G-Man, Alex goes out of her way to free the G-Man, thinking that it's Gordon Freeman prematurely before the events of Half-Life 2. And so when she frees the G-Man puts them into the little pocket dimension suspended time area that he goes to with Gordon Freeman all the time.
Okay, you should wrap up.
I am.
It's been
I
about
am,
2 minutes.
I am. And he's like, "Oh wow, cool! Thanks for freeing me from this interdimensional box that they had me trapped in and kept me from doing my job. What can I do for you to repay you? Because I can literally do anything you want." She's like, "Cool, I want the Combine off Earth." He's like, "Yeah, that's not fucking happening. What do you think I'm trying to do here?" And she's like, "Okay, well shit." And he's like, and then G-Man, because he has omnipotence kind of, because he can travel through time and see different things. He's like, "What if I offered you something you don't know you want yet?" And then he shows her Eli Vance dying. So she's like, no, fuck all that bullshit. We're not killing him. Eli Vance is not dying. He's like, "Cool. You have to kill the larva dude though, because something has to die at this point in time." She's like, "Cool. Don't give a fuck. Whatever." So she zaps him, and then G-Man's like, "Cool. That means you've revealed yourself. You've proved yourself to be an asset. So I'm gonna hold on to you because Gordon Freeman doesn't want to work for me anymore." She's like, "What are you
Yeah, and
fucking
he puts
talking
her in
about?"
stasis.
And so
yeah.
he snags her, and then she gets Gordon Freeman like he did at the end of both games. And then we finish that it's an after credits. It's an end credit scene. We end Half-Life Alyx with Eli Vance still being alive, and he's like, "Those sons of bitches and unforeseen consequences. They took Alex. They took my baby. Gordon, we gotta go." And then he hands you the crowbar, and you're holding the crowbar in VR for all of about 5 seconds, and you're like, and I had a blast with that.
But yeah, no. Anyways, that's the end of the spoilers for anybody who's that
Yeah,
we
no.
are done with
Only
Half-Life
took 3
Alyx
fucking
spoilers.
minutes.
Spoilers end at where are we at right now? 43 minutes.
Now we're gonna
43
spoil.
minutes, Yeah, now we're gonna spoil the next game. No.
The game that hasn't come out yet. I speak in
no, we
demonic
actually
runes
know
and
exactly
unspeak to travel through time and see the end of the next game that isn't out yet.
Okay, now talk about your second
Oh,
VR game.
speaking of, you actually reminded me of. Have you ever played? There's a game that came out pretty recently where you play as a dude driving down the road, and your radio hosts are Cthulhu-esque creatures.
What?
And they're
No!
it's so
No!
good. Yeah. It's basically the premise of the game is that it's pretty generic. You're sitting in a car and you're driving down the road, and the only real controls that you have is moving the car back and forth on the road. And you just this radio show comes on, and they're like, "Well, welcome to such and such radio show. We're gonna be your hosts." And we're going to guide you through this existential crisis through the nether realm.
I am your host.
We're going to ask...
And this is my co-host.
No, yeah, and so the running bit is that they're that you perceive them as these like radio hosts, but they're actually like 13th dimensional creatures trying to eat your soul in nightmares.
They're trying to wake you up.
It's really great.
Wake up! Your family is still here.
Yeah, no.
You've been
But then
asleep
at
for
one
10
point they
years.
Go, at one point they go, it's like, okay, you answered all our questions correctly, so now it's time for our super special questions that are kept in a laser facility sealed behind a 13-inch concrete door. And
Oh, it's like subliminal.
and
It's
that
like they're
concrete
trying
door
to
is
like
kept temperature.
they're trying to pique your mind and like take like.
Yeah,
okay.
no, that temperature that door is kept temperature sealed all year round, except when we need these questions. But actually, all those things are actually code for some alien space monster stuff. So that, but even more scary.
Okay. It's kind of like
And then they go into the
so
questions.
it's not identical to, but it's kind of akin to the memory heist in Inception when they're like,
Yeah, let me real
"What's the
quick.
code?
I'm gonna look
What's the
up,
code?" And he's like, "I don't know the code. I don't know." And then they put him further into a dream.
oh, I'm stupid. It's literally called the radio station. No, wait, no, it's not. That's a different one.
Fucking.
That's a Japanese game. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure it out.
The boner.
What it's called.
Anyway, while you're trying to remember what that's called, you guys have not heard of this game. I've shown it. I've streamed it to you guys a lot, because I've been playing it a lot. It's sort of a Pavlov Tarkov Chernobyl, not copycat, but like spin-off. It's a VR game called Into the Radius, where it's highly, highly, highly influenced and inspired by the events of Chernobyl. So it's kind of like a VR Stalker, but it's not a copycat of Stalker because it has a lot of different functioning aspects.
I got
of
it.
the game.
I got it. It's called Drive Time Radio.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
I'll have to look that up.
But Drive Time Radio. Okay. I googled it. Into the Radius is super fucking cool. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot like Stalker, but it's a lot like Fallout, and it's a lot like ooh, what's another survival?
Oh no, sorry. Real quick to interrupt you because I wanted like the reason why I brought it up is because you were talking about like time stuff.
Yes.
You were talking about like going through time to like find out the game. One of the like jokes in that game is that they're since they're like trans-dimensional like space aliens, part of their language is like doesn't adhere to the laws of quantum reality and time.
What the fuck?
So
No, you
they
can't
give
just
you a
add
question
quantum in there
where-
and pretend like you said something actually coherent. Fuck you.
No. So the way that they phrase it is their language is dependent on
Observation.
quantum conjugation. So depending on what quantum possibility exists, it can be all possibilities of conjugation. But once you choose one, it becomes that. Like the way that quantum physics works.
Okay.
Because when you observe it,
It becomes
quantum
that thing,
physics, the way
right?
that it works is that it can be
Okay,
any possibility.
this ain't a
but when you
fucking
observe it,
science
it's locked
lesson.
down into a
Shut
possibility.
the fuck up, you nerd.
So that's the way that their language works. So it's like there's a joke that basically no matter what the answer that you choose, it's right because of quantum physics. It's interesting. That's what that reminds
So what
me.
you're saying
Nerds.
is,
But yeah.
I shouldn't have failed high school chemistry.
Oh yeah. High school chemistry. Yeah, quantum physics in chemistry class. That was my favorite lesson.
No, you're saying like
I made napalm in
any
chemistry.
opportunity is, you said like any opportunity is correct because you're perceiving it as, because you perceive it as such, right? I was like, oh,
Like how no
Yeah,
so
one
when I
noticed
say that
noticed
the
me
multiple
saying
choice
that.
answer is B, it's fucking B.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's basically what it amounts
Joe
to.
really
is that
not
it's
hear
like,
what I said? Shit.
No, I didn't hear what you
I
said.
said I made napalm in high school chemistry.
Oh.
Oh,
pretty
hell yeah!
I'm not
That's
not
actually
even
pretty cool
joking
thing
about
to bring in
that
high school
either. I
chemistry.
literally made napalm for one of my projects.
Bruh.
I got an A.
In the building that I live in, we're not allowed to possess. We're not even allowed to possess the ingredients to make said napalm.
And
You
this,
mean
this might like slightly dox if somebody could I'll give you the credit if you can dox me by finding this video online because I don't even think it exists anymore, but if somebody can find this, then congrats, you know what school I went to high school
Right.
for. But there is a video on YouTube for a while of my chemistry teacher making a Roman candle and holding it up to the smoke detector just to try to I think he was taking it towards the fume hood to try to get the smoke from getting out, but it happened to be right next to the smoke detector. So he has this Roman candle that's lit up in the air, and then like the smoke detector goes off and then like the sprinklers start
Oh
activating
my
and he
God.
just goes, "Oh shit!"
I remember
And
that.
this guy has never swore
That's like
ever.
that's like that is the same energy as the demon core. Check this shit out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and it's really funny because Shadow, you absolutely will remember this as well because that was the same
Mhm.
school you and I both went to. You know the guy that I'm talking about, but that's a pretty good like showcase of that class. It was literally 90% like, all right, kids, now we're mixing these two substances together and they're going to explode.
Come on,
Yep.
Vamonos. Everybody make Coke.
Like I remember at one point I was paired up with this guy that wasn't the most bright ever, and he wrongly mixed our chemicals together in like different, in a different like concentration than we needed to, and it was in like this little clay pot to heat it up,
Oh,
and the clay
no.
pot just like bursts, it just like turns into shrapnel. Like thankfully none of us got hurt, but it just like. It just like immediately just turned into nothing but like shards of clay, and we were like, oh.
You mean shards of ceramic?
Ceramic, yeah, whatever.
Same difference.
Yeah, same thing.
Anyway, James, third game. Go.
I didn't even finish Into the Radius. Fuck you.
Y'all
I think I did
y'all took
interrupt
too
him,
long.
You
Too
really
bad.
sound on this bit.
We got plenty of time.
I
to
have
go
the
as long
talking
as we
stick.
want.
Do I need to get the fucking tangent bell? I don't want to, but I can get it.
This is so sad. Just blast.
No, I got a better idea. No, I got a better idea.
Favorite.
I have the tangent aerosol can.
Oh god.
That was nothing but white
Don't do
I
that.
mean-
noise. That was literally pure white noise, like you put a fan up to your mic.
I mean that works, I guess.
Someone's talking, they hit like the 2-3 minute mark. It's just into the microphone.
That was pretty good. Okay. Anyways, we might as well let James
Oh,
go.
yeah.
All right. So I guess the third on my list probably gonna be man, fuck Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3. What the fuck? Okay,
Yeah,
I
fair
don't
enough.
care. I have 500 fucking hours in Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3 all the way. Fucking Slave Knight
That's
Gale.
like twice
You
as
can't
much
beat
as I
Slave Knight
have.
Gale. You can't beat him. That's the little end of Dark Souls right there. That's the little last. That's the last piece of content we got right there, and he's literally the best thing we got. Best theme. Best fucking. I'm about to blow.
Yeah, I'm right there with you because one of my favorite games of all time is absolutely Bloodborne, and like just for the themes, the consistency, the fact that the music is beautiful, the fights are really fun. So it's some of the like hardest stuff in that series, honestly. At least some of those bosses are some of the like Orphan of Kos, one of the hardest in the series.
If not the hardest. Fuck you,
If not
Millennia.
the hardest, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Millennia is hard, but she's nowhere like near the point where Orphan of Kos was. Like Orphan of Kos is just dumb hard, and Millennia just kind of cheats because at one point she was so busted that she didn't even need to hit you to activate her stupid ability.
Actually, what she has a problem with is that she can actually cancel animations that is done to her. So she'll like cancel an animation, like a stagger animation, just like, nope, I'm going into an attack.
That's
Like, what the fuck?
crazy. Just hit you with the no Eula bow.
Why should a boss be able to do that? Because that completely breaks every fucking thing in the game. Everything has feedback, and then she decides,
No, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break
Oh.
it because I have the
That
Scarlet.
was probably
I
fine
have the
on the
Scarlet
local
Rot Tussie.
recording.
okay, like, come, get the
That
fuck
was
out of here.
probably fine on the local recording, but on my end, you just cut
On
out
our
really
end,
hard
you were
when
like,
said that.
because I.
Yeah.
Man, shut up!
Yeah, no,
Shut up!
it was pretty bad. I mean, you're local recording though, so it should be totally
Of course
fine.
it will.
Hopefully. Unless you broke that, like Millennia broke your
That was really
kneecaps.
goofy.
Eh.
It was just like, oh,
Shut the fuck up. Right now.
Right, meow?
yeah, oh, hey, yo, furry.
Have you
God,
never
we get-
seen
we
that
gotta
fucking
get this
movie?
man Storm in here.
Have
Which
you-
one?
Why
The bad guys?
Oh my,
Right, meow?
dude.
Come on.
James, I have to edit that out again.
Oh! I
You are so bad. You are the only one that says people's full name.
No, I
don't
said someone's
care,
name
I
earlier.
don't
I'm gonna go
care.
later.
Taft did fuck
I do
up on
care.
my name once.
No, but he didn't say it. Like he stopped himself halfway, and like he notices it.
No, the other
but
time,
James
the other
will
time I got like
consistently-
mostly through his name, and then I was like,
Okay, that's fair. Well, I mean, there is still some like either way, I'm editing those completely.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not even giving people hints.
I mean, fair
Man, we
enough.
can't even hear about.
But yeah, either way, we should get Storm back in here,
And then we should
'cause
talk
that
about
is- that
his
is-
wife.
his wife. Oh my God, that actually is a
Nah,
thing we should talk
nah,
about. That's
nah,
really
what
good
we
thing.
need-
no,
what we
next-
need
no,
is
we'll
him
bring it
to-
up. We'll bring it up as a foreign topic. We'll be like, okay, next topic, and then I'll be like, oh guys, I have one, and be like, yeah, what's up? And I'll be like, I want to talk about
Diane Foxington.
This is so sad.
You know, we should have it.
Oh,
we need to
God.
have Storm come in and tell his joke.
No, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
That's
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying. That we
No,
need
better
To...
snake than lever.
Oh,
That is a really good
yeah.
one. I always forget about that one.
That joke,
I mean, that'll take
that
most
joke
of the
is so-
fucking time.
That could be a that could be like a whole episode that we could do that joke. That
Yeah,
would
no,
not be
literally,
bad.
we'll be like, hey, it's Storm.
Last
say
time
the
he
jo-
fucking
say the-
told it,
Say
it
the
took
line,
like
Bart, and then he'll say it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty great. Cause that is a really good joke. Cause it makes you so mad afterwards.
Yeah. But
By the way, the punchline is better Nate than lever. By the
fuck
way.
you. But yeah. So
But I guess
that's
spoilers for that joke, huh?
a little bit. You might want to cut that bit out. But
It doesn't matter.
yeah. So third favorite game for me. It's gonna be a tough one. I mean, I think I go for all of us when I say Minecraft, especially modded
That's
Minecraft.
I will
That's
kill
absolutely
you
fair.
right now.
Oh.
You're not a
It's
fan,
on my
huh?
good list. It's not on my favorite list.
Man,
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
the only reason it's on my favorite list is because of the mod pack and server me and Leg made.
That's the only thing that helps
Nah,
me.
I'm gonna be completely real with you. I'm kind of autistic, and I just like relax by just doing something stupid for like 3 hours
Beating your
straight,
dick
so-
raw.
God
The
damn.
big
Oh, wow.
hot bustymilfs.com. Everyone go
I think
to
we need to cut this whole entire
Yeah, I
last
think
minute
we're-
out.
Okay, we got
God,
like
who
a
ruined a
solid
perfectly
30
good
minutes
asshole?
before
He
I'm
gave
gonna
you
cut
teeth.
us off. So. All right. So, anything else we want to talk about? I guess I should catch up with my stuff. I mean, basically just a lot of like Legend of Zelda stuff. Like I said, Skyward Sword's up there. Breath of the Wild definitely up there. Twilight Princess, my mom played for the longest time.
Twilight
The
Princess
Only
is
good thing to
fucking
come out of
good.
Twilight Princess was Midna. Wolf, fucking goddamn.
Age of Empires was definitely up there for our thing.
Who would that?
That for a little behind the scenes, somebody just joined our Discord and played a funny on us, so we're kind of bewildered.
I
all
have
of a
no
sudden.
idea what he said.
Neither do I. That's
I
why I
think he
was
said something
fucking
about being
asking.
horny, I'm gonna be honest.
Honestly, we need to
But
make
yeah,
a
anyways.
like actual server room for this somewhere.
We either
Yeah,
need to
maybe.
do this in the actual group chat or make like a separate server for it. It's probably a good
Yeah.
idea regardless. But yeah, I mean, Age of Empires is definitely up there for me as well. I don't know how many of you have played that consistently. But
I
like,
haven't.
That was
I've
like
never played it.
when I was young, we had like a Nintendo, like a Wii. We had a Wii, we had a DS, and we had like a PC. And we played, like I said, we played Age of Empires on the PC. And it was like Age of Empires Mythology or something like that, where it's like it was kind of just like more mythical stuff rather than usually Age of Empires is historical stuff, and it's
I think I know which one
it's
you're talking about.
kind of turn-based, kind of strategy builder game, kind of like Civ. It's
Civilization
basically
is
kinda
always
like
fun.
Civ, so. Yeah. Anyways, we should wrap about up. So,
All right,
because I gotta get going.
speed round
'cause
for the
my-
fourth favorite game. Taff.
No, I legit have to get
No,
going.
no.
So.
Just quickly say the name. Taff, go.
Name of what?
Your fourth
Your
favorite
fourth
game.
favorite.
Fourth favorite game? Oh no, it was either Half-Life Alyx or goddamn Into the Radius.
Into the
Probably
Radius.
because that's what I'm playing right now.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
So,
super
yeah,
good.
that's,
I will gladly record, and actually I have a shitload of footage from it. Like obviously before this
absolutely.
conversation.
So, anyways, I gotta, like I said, we gotta wrap up. So yeah, thank you for anyone watching us. Feel free to watch us on any of the podcasting platforms that you can, like Spotify, YouTube, etc. And as for a sneak peek of what we're doing later, we're going to do more of this, and we're also doing some sort of Dungeons and Dragons. And don't worry, it's not going to be nerdy. It should be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be probably Norse themed, and I think it should be a whole lot of fun. So thanks for watching, and we'll
Hey,
see
Matt,
you later.
Matt. Remember the fucking keep I completely fucking robbed, and you were so pissed? Alright, stopping now.
No.
Now.